If those coworkers are worried about what time you're coming back from your break, we need to get them some stuff to do. They need to ask themselves 3 things. Are they getting paid enough to worry about that? Is the person doing the job they need to do? And is their work getting done appropriately before they're worried about the next person? Going in with some Pro Longwear concealer on a small brush to clean up the brows. I'm being serious. A lot of people like to micromanage in the workplace. I understand when you're frustrated because people aren't doing their job and they're leaving you with the mess. That's rarely the case. Some people just want this control over what their team's doing, how long their breaks are, what time they're coming in. Like, it's the manager's job to manage the team. If the manager has no problem with it because most likely the work is getting done, why does this other employee care so much? I think it's especially irritating when you know it's an employee that doesn't even know how to do their own job, yet they're for some reason worried about your job. We're gonna go in with 24-hour eye base. You guys are barely getting paid enough to do one job, yet here someone is wanting to do the role of somebody else. I'm gonna start off with texture in the crease with a fluffy brush. I was in a leadership role. I was constantly hearing other employees complain about their coworkers. And I think a lot of times as a leader, you have to put these employees kind of in their place. And you're not necessarily trying to shut down the, like, if you see something, say something kind of thing. You know what everybody's doing. You know what workload they have. That's something that you as a manager should know what's going on and not something that your employees should be managing for you. I dipped into these 2 colors here and I just kind of like defined the crease a little bit. The funny part of this too is that they usually think that you're also concerned with what they're doing when you really don't care. You have no desire to care. You don't get paid enough to care. You're minding your business. You're clocking in. You're getting that check. That's all you care about. Dip into this burgundy kind of reddish toned eyeshadow, and we're just going to put this on the outer corner and just kind of like buff it into everything. And I'm specifically talking about like corporate culture, corporate life, office life. A lot of times when somebody steps away from their desk, there's like this thing where people feel like, okay, why are they always away from their desk? It's okay to step away from your desk. It's not like the end of the world. I have a mentality that anybody that's like away from their desk for too long, like they're not doing their job. A lot of times they're working really hard and they just need a minute to like regroup and reset. I'm gonna go in with some NYX glitter glue and a little bit of the copper glitter from MAC. Might stop about here. So now I'm gonna go in with like a darker shade here. Went in with a little bit of that red color and I'm dipping it into the black. I'm adding some black onyx from Melt on the outer corner. And while I'm sitting over here minding my business, unlike some of those coworkers, I'm curling my lashes and putting on my mascara. Then I'm gonna go in with the Siren Lash. I did the rest of the face. I'm gonna go in with mascara on the lower lashes. Remember, coworker besties, just because you work at that corporate job doesn't mean your makeup needs to be boring. Have a wonderful day.